I started the stream again.
The echo should be gone now.
Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2.
Did it restart yet? Check 1, 2. Okay, you talk.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing, bud?
I'm hanging in there.
I see you have your nice headgear today. I also have my buddy with me. Say hi.
Yeah, I got these ears from this fella named Mike Knoble. His parents sent him a care package one time, and these ears were in it, and then I took them because I felt like I looked better in them than he did.
How did he feel about that?
Damn it! It won't fucking. Oh well. Whatever happens, happens. So today, Life in God's Pocket, we're here again, live via the internet. And guess what happened, everybody? Some UFO footage that was released a couple years ago has officially been greenlighted by the Pentagon as real. I mean, we already knew it was real. The pilot that caught the footage was Commander Fravor, a Navy pilot, and he was on the Joe Rogan podcast like a few months ago. He's like, yeah, I saw the whole thing. It defied the laws of physics.
No shit.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think these aliens come from? What do you think they want?
Well, I'm sharing the podcast as we speak, so give me a second.
Okay, I'll just tell you what I think.
Please tell me what you think.
These are humans. They're from an ancient civilization. They're survivors from a cataclysmic asteroidal impact, like tens of thousands of years ago, and very few of them survived. And then they live in their submarine layer or subterranean layer. And I think they're just watching. They're just have you ever seen that show Fringe?
No.
Oh, well, there's these bald white guys they can time travel and are super smart and shit. And they're just the observers. They just observe humans, what's going on, and they're not supposed to interfere. They're just supposed to look at what's going on. And I think these fellas are like, oh, well, they're getting more and more ballsy. They have nuclear weapons pointed at each other at all times. They're starting to figure out quantum computing and maybe some sort of propulsion system that allows them to bend gravity. You know, negative. What if they have figured? Because and then that documentary with Bob Lazar about working at the S4 site for Los Alamos or whatever, Los Alamos Labs. He was saying when he was working on these spaceships that were hidden inside this mountain, that they used gravity, like a negative gravity field almost, to move them throughout space and time.
Well, think about this, just for the laws of physics on Earth. What we know, if a ship could, in theory, just remove its drag coefficient, like literally just remove air around, like put itself in a vacuum
You mean
with
remove
some
friction? Yeah.
Remove. Thank you. Because I'm not the smartest person here, so bear with me.
That's okay.
Remove. Thank you. Because I'm not the smartest person here, so bear with me. I hear myself talking. This is weird.
Okay. Yep. I turned it off now. I'm just making sure there was no more echo, and I don't think there is anymore. So.
Well, bear with us here. We're two amateurs,
or you can
two old friends podcasting.
You can tag your ear with us.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is Jordan Gold, the Juice Man, and I'm Thomas Varga LaFleur.
We're here in Life in God's Pocket, and there's UFOs. And
Fucking
everybody's trying to be a cunt about it too. Like, that's just the government trying to distract you from all these things with the coronavirus. That may or may not be true, but they're fucking UFOs, man. Like, you can't deny the footage. And
what do you want to put stock into? What do you hope to get out of this though? Like, as far as me and you are concerned, like what can we do with this information? You know, because I think it's pretty interesting that they decide to put this shit out now, like decide to declassify it at this time.
well, so they technically already declassified it because Tom DeLonge released some footage a while ago, which is fucking bananas. That the lead singer of Blink 182 is like the forefront of UFO sightings, and he was on the Rogan podcast talking about it, and he's like, "No, I know things that I just can't tell you. Like I know they're there, man. I just can't tell you." And Joe Rogan's like, "Not buying it.
Um,
I'm not buying it." And
no, but it's also he's also you were wrong with a couple tidbits of information there. He's the ex-lead singer.
oh, excuse me, I forgot he's the ex. There's a new lead singer for Blink 182.
Some guy, some new guy who just sucks. Like it, whatever.
Is it Steve Perry?
The singer for Journey, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he's no longer the singer for Journey. Some Filipino fellow is.
Yeah, who's very talented, by the way.
Oh yeah, he sounds just like Steve Perry. He does not. He's not Steve Perry.
Well, if I was Steve Perry, you know what I would do?
Have sex with every woman in the world
Um,
simultaneously.
I'd probably use my wheel in the sky and go find these UFOs. You like that?
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Yeah,
Because
that's
it
what he.
keeps on turning.
That's what
Yeah.
that song was about. Was about these UFOs. Steve Perry was actually the first musician slash UFO sighter to ever know about this sort of thing.
Um,
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry, very talented group of individuals. Came up with some really good songs. But let's get back to UFOs and life outside of the Earth
You
as we
think?
know it.
What do you think aliens' favorite kind of music is going to be? You think maybe
And
there's
aliens, I don't. I think they would just like a series of like frequencies, like just like
beep boop?
like those fucking sound tests we have to do every year. The fucking audiograms, they love that shit.
Oh
They
yeah.
come to it. They're like, oh yeah, fucking oh.
Yeah, give me another. Hit me with another 10 kilohertz wave there. Yeah.
And they have the button. They're like, eep, eep. Fucking. Oh shit. Hold on, I disconnected my shit.
Oh no.
Oh, high tech.
But yeah, it's crazy. You watch this footage in this jet, this fighter jet, and this unidentified object is flying against wind that is going like 120 knots, and it just takes off faster than like it took off so fast like their instruments couldn't even measure how fast it was going. And it
So
just
something, what I said has validity as far as like they would have to have some kind of way to remove drag, remove friction.
well the Bob Lazar and some other folks that are deep in that stuff are that claim to have worked on these sort of crafts before in a super secret site say that
Okay.
it can it's all based upon element 115, which is was only proven
Uniptonium.
existed. Like if you look at the periodic table of elements,
Yeah, it's hold on. I'm gonna look up exactly what it is right now so we can be educated in our discussion. Because I think it's uniptonium or whatever it's called. It's one of those weird named ones.
I
They're
have it.
very heavy and they only exist for a couple seconds at a time.
Yeah, that's the main point. It's an unstable element. Like they've only been able to create it using a particle accelerators for.
Moscovium.
Yeah, it was found by some Russian guy or some shit.
2000. So it's a synthetic chemical agent element, sorry, with the symbol MC, atomic number of 115. What does that mean, Jordan? Tell everybody.
That means it has 115 neutrons and protons. And if you add them together, it equals 115. That's its atomic mass.
Hey, I have to use the bathroom. 1 second.
Oh, geez Louise. And so, yeah, this element was discovered only within the last 10 years or so. And then, but this guy, Bob Lazar, whenever he got fired from Los Alamos because his wife was fucking or diddling her flight instructor. He talks about it, and then they discovered it later because they started doing experiments with particle accelerations at CERN, which they just slam together protons inside of giant supermagnets, and then they have computers run all kinds of calculations trying to determine all the mass and all the energy that is, it's a known amount of mass and energy in these protons, and then they smash each other, and these giant supermagnets detect all the charged particles that fly out from this charged particle interaction. And that's eventually how they discovered the Higgs boson, which is the Higgs field. So basically, the Higgs field is this movable, almost field. So when you're talking quantum mechanics, everybody, you have to frame your conversation in three different frames. That is, when you're talking about something that's acting as a particle, when it's acting as a field, when it's acting as a particle, when it's acting as a wave, or if it's acting as a field. So the Higgs field is basically what they say is the Higgs boson is like the smallest particle known, and like basically reality is this big field of Higgs bosons that we move through in time and space. Right, and that's like the most. Usually they explain these sort of things with pages of complex mathematics to show like conservation of energy and conservation of mass. But I'll just give you the short version. So yeah, I'm here hosting Life in God's Pocket, where we're talking about aliens. It's a pretty big deal. But like I said, most likely, in my opinion, ancient, super intelligent, super evolved, some sort of thing that originated from this planet. The thing that
Catch me with it.
the Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years. And it took humans to evolve from monkeys like 3 million years or something like that. Or they say, once again, through complex mathematical models. But, dude, 4 billion years of, you can't say that, we don't know. We don't know what's going on then. There could have been a super advanced evolutionary period of like 100 million years where humans, this is all speculation, but I think that's highly more likely than something coming from across the universe. I think the second most likely scenario is these beings might be interdimensional, whereas they can, just change what plane of existence they choose to exist on, because like our sight, our hearing, all of our senses are like this condensed perception that is a little tiny sliver of like the amount of energy and reality that's going around us. Like what we perceive is such a small spectrum of like sound and light. And then all the light we see is filtered by our eyeballs, and then our brain uses chemicals to like hallucinate a reality.
I might actually be the sexiest man alive. I don't even know it.
You probably are. I mean, that's not what I see, but
Thanks, man. You're just trying to tell me that I'm a normal dude, still looking fresh as fuck, jacked as fuck, boy.
Yeah, look at those guns.
Hey, so I talked to my buddy Jake about that for 30 minutes one night.
About your
I was like,
guns?
no. About how we perceive things. It blows my fucking mind that it's just refractions of light off of solid masses.
Yeah.
Like what you see.
And then our eyes filter that light, and then our brain turns it into what we think we're looking at.
Your emotions might actually drive what you see, and you have no fucking idea.
That's a good point.
Mm.
Man, I wish we could do more experiments on people's brains, like guys on death row. Like, hey man, just donate your body to science so we can do some Nazi style fucking, hooking things up to your brain. No, that's how they did. Have you seen any of the Neuralink videos?
Mm-mm.
So basically, they have this robot that has this needle that's like thinner than a piece of hair. Like its girth is less than that of the girth of a one single strand of human hair. And they put these electrodes in your brain in between your neurons, and they try to like decode essentially the electrical synapses occurring in your brain, and then have it go into like this Bluetooth chip in your they implant in your skull, and then it connects to a computer. And word on the street is they've been testing all this on monkeys, and they can make monkeys control like a mouse on a computer screen
Their
without them touching it,
brains.
just with their brain.
What if monkeys just watch a bunch of porn?
Or they got on like Amazon and just ordered a bushel of bananas.
Probably not.
You wouldn't think they just, hey, let me get on Amazon. I want some bananas. I want I don't know, some sticks. Monkeys need sticks for tools.
I want just a bushel of porn.
How much is a bushel of porn? 56
It's
pounds?
it's 3 masturbations worth of porn.
Oh.
Dude, I want to get back to what you were talking about because you're having like you're you're kind of getting me into a little bit of thinking about like how we perceive things. Like it's so beautiful. Sound is huge to me, and so is touch. I love being touched, and that's because I have daddy issues. But
Ew.
but it's crazy. Like some people don't like being touched. What the fuck does that stem from, bro? Is it like trauma, or is it like they're overly sensitive to it?
I don't know. I've had some good friends that like I can't even pat them on the shoulder. They're like, "Don't touch me." I'm like, "Oh, I apologize for violating your personal bubble." Because I don't have a personal space bubble anymore. After living on a submarine and dudes just like walking up, just grabbing your asshole or crotch, or like
You're
just or
asshole.
just sticking their finger in your mouth because you're like deep and like working or something at your desk and walking behind you is like fish hook you. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Or I'd be washing dishes in the galley when I was cranking, and this cook would walk up behind me, and he would like, I had my coveralls on, but he would like stick his thumb and index finger up my ass crack and grab my asshole hairs and pull them out. He would do it all the fucking time.
That's character building at its finest right
Oh,
there.
dude.
Come here, nub. I'm gonna pull your asshole hairs.
Oh, another thing he would do, he would sneak up behind you and pull his dick out and put it in your back pocket.
That's called the Tom Varga.
Uh,
Just kidding. Me
oh
neither.
yeah. Yeah, I remember one time when we were in power school, and here we were like walking down the hallway between class to like go get snacks and stuff. And I saw you because you're a faggot electrician in a different class. And I was like, "Hey, bud," and I tried to give you a high five, and you punched me really fucking hard in the dick. And I collapsed on the ground, and I was late getting back to class, and I got yelled at because it was like 10 seconds before we're supposed to go back in, and I literally collapsed on the ground from how hard you punched me in my cock.
And you didn't tell on me.
I didn't. You remember what happened about a week later, though?
I think you got me back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
My buddy on the when I was on the prize, who was my work center soup. We were leaving the boat, and I punched him in the dick like a week prior. He did the same thing. Like he made me wait, and then he hit me. He hit me with this. He said,
Oh.
"Look," and then I looked down. So I'm looking at my dick, and he, boom, socks me in my cock. Made me watch it.
Yeah.
I gotta. Oh man, I should have him on the podcast just so he could tell the story. It's great.
Yeah, I remember when you came to my room, my barracks room, because we are gonna go work out. My roommate was there, and he's this is a very quiet, introverted guy from. He was born and raised in like Britain, because he
Really?
was a military brat. And I opened the door and let you in. I was like, "Hey man, watch this," and you're like, "What?" And I punched you right in the cock. Oh man, good times. Can't do that kind of thing anymore. People get pretty upset if you go around nut tapping folks.
That's because they're pussies.
Yeah, it takes a real man to touch another man's cock in a forceful manner.
I will say this. Fuck, man.
As I'm wearing my tiger
Fucking
ears.
unplugged it again. Damn it.
What are you unplugging?
Piece of
Your
shit.
headphones?
Yeah. It's high-tech headphones, dude. This shit's high-tech as fuck.
Oh.
It's not at all. Um, bro, I tell people this all the time. I think it hurts worse than giving birth to a fucking child getting hit in the balls. You just die.
Because
Like
you
when someone,
have experienced both of those things.
dude, it's literally the worst thing ever.
Do you
Like,
know what
wh-
episiotomy is?
no, but it sounds cool.
Whenever a woman is giving childbirth and her vagina is not big enough to push this bowling ball out of her twat, they take like these little surgical scissors and they snip their vagina to their asshole to make the hole bigger. And then they have to stitch up their vagina afterwards.
Do you
Now
know
you
what?
know.
Do you know what a ball tapotomy is?
Is that when you
It's when you're walking to class and I see you and I look you in the eyes and punch you in the cock.
oh, well, that's rude.
Yeah, I would never do that again.
How dare you? I was supposed to not have children with those things.
You might have kids out there, you don't know. Shit.
I don't think so. I think my semen is bad. I don't think it works.
It's good or it tastes good.
You sick fuck. No, that's one thing I've never done. I've never tasted my own semen.
I've
Never
done that.
tried it.
I
Never.
did.
I never even, and the thought never even occurred to me until I was watching that show, The League, and they were talking about it on that show, and I'm like, I'll be damned. I've never even thought about that. Like, never even crossed my mind.
I had this girl that I was dating that was like, hey, I was like, let me get anal. And she was like, no. I was like, I'll taste my cum if you give me anal. She's like, okay.
What?
And we didn't.
How is that like a? How is that like a deal? Like, what did that do something for her to watch you try your own semen?
Well, so I'm giving her back shots correctly,
Ooh.
and then I come in my hand and I'm like, hey, watch this. I just do this, and I was like, yep, that's cum. And then she's like, that's gross. I was like, yep. Can I do anal with you? She's like, no, we never shook on it.
Oh, what a
Mm-mm.
what a real Indian dealer right there.
It was like dude, it was solid. It was a solid 6 out of 10. It's a very good protein source.
Wait, you actually tried your own semen?
I'm looking you straight in the eyes. I tried my cum, my jisms,
Oh, jeez.
my spooge.
Well, that's interesting. I've had a lot of chicks that, I put my ding dong inside them and then they've, put their mouth on my ding dong. After all three holes, even, you know.
Disgusting, bro.
And I still kissed them afterwards, too. Fuck it.
In an order that would surprise you.
No, sometimes when you're really drunk in the heat of the moment, you just slip in the wrong hole or.
Sometimes when you're really drunk in the heat of the moment on Xanax and a beer and you don't know where you're at.
You just grab her head and just shove it on your ding dong. You're like, yeah, choke on this tiny penis.
That's one thing I tell women when they're like, let me see your penis. I'm like, don't ever call it a penis ever again. You call this thing a cock, this thing. You call this a cock or nothing. And they're like, your cock? I'm like, damn right, baby.
I say, call it my wee wee or my tallywhacker. I think tallywhacker's the best name for a penis.
Oh my god.
I don't
dude.
even. What is the origin of tallywhacker?
You want me to look it up?
Yeah, I don't. I'm curious. What is it?
Okay, hold on. Tallywhacker.
It's got to be from the
The,
early
the male
1900s.
the male organ of copulation in higher vertebrates.
Oh, so a
In ma-
scientist came up with this, a
in
biologist.
mammals, it also serves as the male organ of urinary excretion. any of Air's copulatory organs in males of lower animals. Compare tallywag, an 18th century dialect term meaning penis, attested as tallywhacker or tallywhacker since the 20th century.
Well, that's what they had to call it in church, because they couldn't call it cock and balls. Your
This is the
tallywhacker is
urban
full of sin. You keep your
This is the urban
tallywhacker away from hoo-haws, okay? Unless you're
this is
married.
this is the Urban Dictionary of tallywhacker, another word for a penis. Wow, look at the size of my hard tallywhacker.
Oh man,
I'm gonna type in Jordan, your name.
I love Urban Dictionary. We used to do that random shit every day at work when I worked at Tesla. I was like, oh,
Jordan.
what's Urban Dictionary today?
Jordan is a boy unlike any other, on one you can truly see yourself being with for the rest of your life.
Well,
He's the
that's
boy you
true.
die for.
I mean, that's what literally every woman I've ever been romantically involved with has said to me. And who could blame them? I just
I
have
just
so
made the
much charisma.
I made the 5 billionth Google search.
You just did the 5 billion. Dude, there's like 5 billion Google searches a day. The 5 billionth one today?
Google just told me that.
Yeah, well,
That's cool.
Google can give me a job. That's all I have to say about them.
Blowjob.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Dogs.
Where are you? Oh, geez Louise. So, yeah, we've talked very little about these UFOs. Hey, give me your hot take, the origin of these UFOs. What do you think?
I haven't thought to put too much stock into it. I've been sleeping all day. It's called depression naps. But
Ooh.
no, if you want me to give you my honest opinion, like right here and now,
Yep.
it's probably like human technology.
Dude, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Ancient, super technological humans, super advanced, but they're like from 100 million years ago. That's what I think.
We've had somebody that broke off of Earth, colonized somebody else. They're here. They're doing their thing.
But what if they have like a subterranean moon base or subterranean Mars base? Or they're like deep, deep, deep in Uranus.
Like the planet or my
Yes, the planet Uranus.
Oh, okay.
Who Uranus, is that like some Roman or Greek god or something?
Let me look it up.
Oh man. We're learning so many things tonight. Because how did that become ass?
The Romans named the 5 planets closest to the sun after their most important gods. Uranus was named after the Greek god of the sky.
And then my ass. Oh
What's
wait,
the dirtiest?
your
What's the
anus.
dirtiest?
I just now got that.
Oh, dude, do you get it? Neptune. 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 You get it.
Yeah, it's like a nepotism tune.
Yeah. Honestly, man. Fuck yeah. That's all I have to say.
That's it? That's all you want to talk about aliens?
I'm gonna talk more about it. What do you think they're like? Like, if they're advanced humans, what do you think
I bet
humans that went somewhere else went? Like, what are they like?
if they still talk with their mouths, I bet their mouth can't open wide enough for me to insert my penis inside of it.
I highly, highly, highly doubt that.
Because that's the first thing I'm gonna try. Hey, alien, I bet they're really short. Like, oh, you're the perfect height. Get over here, Buster.
Yeah, so based on like what we find socially attractive, or at a primal level, not even socially, like what really gets you going, I don't think they would be attractive.
No, I would just say, hey, this is how humans say hello. You have to stroke this thing on my mid region until this stuff comes out of it, and that means welcome to my planet.
Until it sneezes. And then this guy over here, this guy named Tom, will try my jizz. I mean, my sneeze juice. And I'm sitting over there like, wait.
No, for real though, the first thing I would ask them is for what kind of drugs they have. They have to have the best drugs.
What if it's literally just like dirt weed?
Yeah, if they have really shitty drugs, I'm like, well, let me introduce you to my friend LSD. They go all crazy and destroy the planet, flying around in their super ship. They're like, these monkeys have nuclear weapons and they're just doing drugs and fucking each other and spreading disease. They don't care. They know that they can spread disease by, coughing and fucking each other. But they still just do it all the time.
What's wrong with spreading disease?
Well, I guess it depends on what kind of lens you look at it through. I look at it as I'm just strengthening my immune system and my resilience. I'm making myself more robust the more things I experience.
I call it adding mileage. Like every time you have sex with a new person and you raw dog them, it's like running if I you just add mileage.
Yeah, you get 3,000 miles. You go get your oil changed, which is an STD check.
Have you ever had an STD?
No, I actually haven't.
Me neither.
And I'm really surprised.
Me me too. I've been a fucking oof. That's
Especially
loud in
after,
my ear.
I always used a condom whenever I was banging Asian whores in Asia. But they say some of those things can get through the condoms. And
Like what? Like love?
yeah. Oh.
I find myself falling in love too easily, man. It's funny.
Oh, jeez. I'm the exact opposite. I just love myself, and I hope everybody can just love me as I love myself. And I want everybody to love me like I love myself.
Yeah, with your hand. Do you want to see a pic, like you want to meet my ex-girlfriend? Not even see a picture, like you can meet her. She's here.
Oh, does she
For
want to?
reals.
Well, your ex-girlfriend is there?
My ex-girlfriend's literally here. Like she's chilling, man. You want to meet her?
You what? Why are you? Oh wait,
Being
is that
serious. She's here.
you guys trying to? What's up? What's up? What's
We
up
had
with that?
Dude, we had sex like once today. I'm sorry, babe. I had to tell him. Come here. All right, she's coming.
Oh,
Here
she's
she
in the
is.
room.
Here she is.
Oh, I was really confused for a moment.
Oh my god. No, man, fuck that. The X is an X for a reason, and I'm retarded, by the way, and that never works for me.
Yeah, it's a good thing my ex lives on the opposite side of the nation, or else I probably would have gotten drunk and done reckless things many times, especially when I was a few years younger, because I have, a God complex, and no.
Yeah, me neither.
No, relationships are an interesting part of life. And then it's really interesting when you spend 6 years of your 20s just squirreled away from the world. And then you come back and you're like, well, how do I be human again? How do I have hobbies and meet people? And yeah, it's weird.
Or
Transitioning,
like
man.
you want to like go on a date and have sex or something, and they're like, that's not how you do that. I mean, like that's the end goal, but like that's not how you like say that. Like you want to hang out and like get to know each other. No, like you want to make sexual and like go food and stuff. That's you.
I'll no, just growl at him. Take your clothes
No,
off. Come
maybe
over
that's what the
now.
aliens do.
I want some coitus.
Maybe that's what the aliens do. They just speak in fucking tongues. Like the people at those Pentecostal churches are the superhuman people. They're like feeling the spirit. Realistically, they're just conjuring like
Oh,
some fucked up breed of dogs or some shit.
dude, my favorite is those stupid fuckers that bring the snakes into the church. Like, love, Jesus loves you. The snake won't bite you. And then people get bit in the face by a fucking rattlesnake. He must have been an evil man.
I got attacked by a goose the other day at work.
Dude, I'll fuck a goose up. I don't get it when people run away from geese. Yeah, they might
Hey
be able to
man,
bite you. Yeah, it'll bite you, but what? I'll punt that thing like a fucking football and then eat it.
you say that. The motherfucker was hissing. It was like,
I'm
I
not
have a
scared of
video
a
of it. It's on
fucking
my Instagram,
goose. What's he
bro.
gonna?
And
It's not. It doesn't even have a sharp beak. It
I've
will.
read it, bro.
It might draw blood if it bites me, but it's only gonna bite me once before I pick up it by its fucking neck and snap it like a fucking chicken bone.
No, dude, you don't understand. It hissed, and then I walked towards it. I was like, "What, bitch?" And then it hissed and just ran at me. And fuck, I was like, "Oh shit!" I backed up, and then I grabbed a broom handle. I was like, "What you gonna do now?" I was like trying to get it to leave because it was fucking terrorizing the guys. I was like, "All right, you need to fucking leave," and it was like, Shh. Basically like, "Fuck you, what you gonna do?"
Yeah,
And then
I'll
I have it
dominate a
on
fucking
video.
goose. I'll dominate a gaggle.
I have it on video. This goose just went and took off. And I ran. I'm gonna show you the video. Fuck it. I ran
Or is it
from that motherfucker.
a gander? I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck a goose up. I don't care how big it is. I don't care if it's the biggest goose in the fucking world. No, I have a bunch of. I rode by a bunch of geese today. I went on a nice little bicycle ride, and I rode through this golf course that nobody was at. I was trying to make a citizen's arrest of, rich white people, but they were only geese. You're so scared of that goose. Oh
Can you
man,
hear it? Can't hear it. Hold on.
no.
Hold on.
I still can't hear it. I don't hear
This
shit.
motherfucker's pissing.
Oh, there we go.
Walmart.
The thing legit attacked the fuck out of me, dude.
No, one time I got my ass beat when I was a little kid because we're at this cemetery feeding the geese, and I started chasing them, and I fell down in the mud and got covered in mud for chasing geese.
So you got your ass beat because you told the truth?
Yeah. No, my mom watched me do the whole thing. Don't fuck around with the geese. It was muddy out because it just rained, and I fucking slipped and fell, face planted right in mud and goose shit.
And then you got your ass beat.
Yep.
The funny part was your mom probably asked you, were you messing with the geese watching you do it? And you're like, no.
Now, you dummy. Oh
No.
man, I was the worst liar when I was a little kid. I lied
Oh,
about
me too.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, all kids do. Like, oh, I just wait. I can just. Oh, there's that Louis C.K. bit. You're telling me I can just make something up and then nothing wrong happens. Yeah.
Doesn't work like that, dude.
Problem solved.
I fucking wish.
You just got to stick to your guns. You can't be intimidated by stupid parents. Parents are stupid. Because, dude, my parents taught me to lie to them. Because as soon as I found out that they were lying about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, I'm like, oh, that's what parents do. They just lie to children. So why would I respect them and tell them the truth? And I try to, like, explain this to my parents and, like, oh, you don't understand. You have children. You don't need to, like, play along and let them have an imagination. Like, no, you're just conditioning your children to believe into stupid bullshit. Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, Jesus and God, and you're gonna burn in hell. And then now you have a dumb fucking kid.
I'm a dumb fucking kid. I'm 27. I act like I'm 5 sometimes. I threw 3 temper tantrums today.
Oh, well, that's okay. You're allowed to have temper tantrums. You're a hero.
How am I a hero? Please explain.
Because
I need you to fucking boost my ego a little bit.
you're currently a nuclear electrician in the world's most powerful navy. You served on the USS Enterprise. The mobile Chernobyl.
No, I didn't. You can't confirm that.
Can't confirm.
No, you can't. I'm a ghost.
Oh, I was on the USS Oklahoma City, or as we like to call it, the Broklahoma Shitty. We had to go to the shipyard twice. When
We call the Enterprise the pig.
the pig.
The pig, the old pig. Cell block 65.
Oh man,
Like
fucking
the place
carriers.
that
That's
the
why
place that ruins
subvault.
people's lives.
That's why subvault when I enlisted, I did not want to work with 5,000 fucking idiots.
You only wanted to work with like 100 something idiots.
Yeah, I only wanted to work with 130 to 150 morons.
Hey man, you know what? Those 130 to 150 people probably knew exactly what your dick looked like. I only got to show my penis to like 1,000 people.
Uh, no, I didn't. I didn't show my dick a lot. You know,
Your
only.
dong, your dong piece, but you still showed it.
Well, you know, whenever we shower together.
Why would you shower together?
Save water and for
I'm
butt sex.
confused as to I'm confused as to why you would shower together when you could not shower together and be just fine. Please explain.
No, I'm just kidding. You can't shower together on the submarine. There's literally not enough room in the shower to fit two people in there. We tried.
I'm confused as to why you're showering together.
Being environmentally conscientious.
But did you have to shower together?
Well, do you have to, I don't know, breathe air?
I mean, if I was an alien, no, I wouldn't have to fucking breathe air. I could fart and it could regenerate, and then I could fucking use fucking translocation to find my next fucking victim to suck them off
That
and
could
get
be
air.
a new app. Translocation.
What if I see what you did there.
A new
What if
dating app.
so me and my buddy had an idea, like Grinder and Tinder and all that stuff,
Yeah.
an app called LARPer, where it's swipe it's swipe based, and it's like it'll be like me in full garb, like with my fake sword, and I'm just like, my name is Meta Knight 2.0, and I have like the and I'm like, and it gives your location where you're, and if they swipe you and you match someone that's close, it picks a location for you guys to meet and fucking duke it out.
I'm a level 4 paladin and I crush pussy.
I'm just here to fuck your bitch.
I'm here to sodomize you with my sword of Valerian.
I'm here to sort sodomize you with my pork sword of venereal disease.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
And my buddy, because my buddy can develops apps. That was what something he did for a while. He has his own business.
Oh, you want to make
He
an
was
app?
like, "That's a good idea, man." And just imagine like somebody swipes you right on LARPer, and it's like some fucking whatever, some goth chick or some fucking jacked ass dude. He's like, "I want to fucking duel in 5 minutes at the park," and you're like near the park. You're like, "Oh shit, I can't say no because it makes your points go down."
Or if she has like really dark like mascara and eyeliner and her bio says, I want you to fuck my mouth until I cry my makeup off. Swipe, super swipe. Sign
It's
me up.
super like,
Tremendous.
and then four dudes are there.
You guys can take the back, I'll take the mouth.
I get the mouth.
You guys can double penetrate the other two holes. I get the take the head off this snake. It'll be tremendous.
They're literally there just to fight, and they watch you just fuck this girl's mouth. She bites your dick off, and you still win the duel. Hell yeah. That's what I care about, winning this duel, bitch. I
No,
could be a
no.
dickless scrub.
Put your hands behind your back. No hands.
I want to read you an excerpt from one of my latest depression-filled rap lyric writing bits.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I'm holding. I'm holding, big boy.
You keep an honest assessment hidden in your back pocket. It's hard to feel no remorse. Your actions showed that you had your options. But I too had some options. I just chose to stuff them so far in a fucking random ass box and lock it. Then I threw away the key, and you copped it. And you hid it away from me. Now my only options are in the stock market.
Nah.
Everything is always a play on words because I can't write for shit.
Well,
But
that's
sometimes I write some.
you got to be a lyricist.
Ever since we split apart, I've been a train wreck, whipping a nasty Busa. You gotta flex, Busa, Hayabusa. It's a bike. And if I had to guess, I would say the reason you threw the deuce up is because I was willing to fight for what I believed in and throw the dukes up. Good shit.
Ooh, that's
So what I do
powerful.
is, if I'm like feeling like shitty, I'll sit on Samsung Notes and I'll just be like, I'm gonna write this down.
You want me to send
And
you a
sometimes
beat?
it's,
Throw down some bars
yeah,
on it?
yeah, dude, let's do it.
I have one that well, since I've been in quarantine, I'm like, oh, what are more activities I can do that
Ooh,
would be fun? I'm taking these fucking ears off. They keep falling off my head.
don't do that.
But one of those things has been find or steal beats off the internet and then write my own raps to them.
Dude, let's, you can be on one of my rap songs. Do you have a recording program?
Yeah, I do.
I got a Cubase.
I use Reaper.
Reaper's free.
No, it's not.
How much was it?
Well, it's free unless you buy it. And the bot version is $60 and it does everything. It has
Yeah.
everything.
Cubase was 130 and it does everything.
Yeah,
It's
Cubase is good.
amazing.
Nothing wrong with that. I would
Yeah.
have Pro Tools or Logic if I had $800 just to spend on a fucking software, but
Well, that's also like really high. Like you have to know what the fuck you're doing. I'm sure you know what the fuck you're doing, but
well, I am technically certified in Pro Tools and Logic due to an education I received in 2008.
I'm um I'm certified in the art of hoe.
You're certified in the art of being a bitch.
I have an empty box of condoms sitting back there, not because I fucked with all of them, but because I wasted them by putting them over my hands and taking videos with my friends, my hood rat friends.
I've never put a condom over my hand. I've blown one
I'm
up
gonna
like a
tell you,
balloon before.
I'm gonna tell you right now, um, your boy has mastered the art of the raw dog.
Ew, me too.
Oh, that's how you get people pregnant, or you get like diseases.
That's why I think my semen is bad and my dick is impervious to STDs because I've never had a baby and I've never had AIDS or any of those things.
Well, do you explode like in people?
No.
So
Usually
that's
I try
good.
to keep it in their hair or
Their eyes,
their
their eyeball,
eyes. No,
their
I
nose. The nose is the best one,
right
dude.
before I come, I just jam the head of my penis on one of their nostrils and I try to make it go in one and shoot out the other.
Oh yeah, by the way, this isn't kid friendly if anybody's
Uh,
watching.
yeah.
Uh, my life is literally like a B-rated fucking porno. I'm the cameraman. I'm not the guy actually having sex.
Oh man, I was
I'm just the one
watching
getting
this.
jizzed on.
I was watching this funny thing. It was like a porn blooper reel, and it
I love
like the
those.
camera guy like puts the camera on himself while there's like a scene going on, and he like takes a bite of a sandwich, and then it goes back to like this dude fucking a chick on a counter, and then he's like, "Hey, bro," and the dude looks over and he hands him the sandwich, and while he's fucking the chick, he takes a bite of the sandwich, and the chick is just laying there like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Um,
Because
have you ever nutted on yourself by mistake? Like just
well, not on my face.
yeah, me neither.
One time, I had this fat, ugly girl come over at like 3 in the morning because I was drunk, and then she, like put my dingus in between her titas, and then I was like, "Oh boy!" Boom goes the dynamite, and she like turned my penis back towards me, and it shot all over my chest. I'm like, "That was supposed to be on your tits. Like, what are you doing? You just wasted. You just wasted that."
Your dingus. Oh,
Yeah, I never talked to her again. And then, weirdly enough, somebody egged my roommate's car like a couple days later. I don't know if the two events were related, but I can always
this must have been
speculate.
this must have been recent.
Oh no, this was like a couple years ago,
Oh, okay.
a few years ago.
Yesterday.
Nope.
What was his name?
His name was Charlie. He is from Vietnam.
Charlie Whores.
No, I'm seeing a nice young lady right now.
Oh, you are? You got a
Singular,
girlfriend?
one single lady.
That's cool.
She's a nice lady.
I'm just gonna plead the fifth on all that. You know,
Well, I'm telling the truth. They call me Honest Jordan, after my great-great-grandfather Abraham.
Abraham Lincoln's.
No, Abraham Gold. They
What did he
called
do?
him,
Was he a shoe?
he was he was Honest Abe, the original Honest Abe.
Are
And
you
then that
serious?
tall cracker from Illinois had to steal his nickname.
Illinoising is more like it.
He got what was coming to
Catch.
him.
Did he? Hey, are you drinking tonight?
No, I'm not. I have a physics midterm tomorrow, so I'm
Remember you said that the other day.
yeah, I had
What would you be drinking if you were drinking?
a beer of some sort or
Or a nice Buffalo Trace.
a nice Buffalo Trace.
God damn it!
I'm a
You
fan
gotta
of
say it again
Buffalo
because I
Trace.
just pulled my shit out. Fuck.
You need to get better headphones.
What
This
would
is
you?
some
What is it? A
fucking-
nice Buffalo Trace. Oh.
What's wrong with Buffalo Trace?
I've never, I've never had it.
Just a pretty decent bourbon. I've had.
I like tequila, man.
Well, the first time I ever had it was one of my Native American friends back home in Kansas brought it over one time. Well, he's like half Native. He looks Native, but he's only half. He's a halfie.
Is he a naked American?
No.
That's from Rugrats, by the way.
He is definitely my friend that has showed me his penis the most times. And yeah.
Wow.
No, when we were in high school, he would go out into the like after lunch, you hang out in the gym and shoot hoops. When we were 17 years old, he would just like walk up to a group of girls in the gym and just pull his donger out. Like, hey, girls, guess what? They're like, ooh, penis, eek a penis. I'm like, man, you aren't wasting any time.
That's how you go to jail, brother.
Oh, well, this is when I was in high school. This was a long time ago. We didn't have Me Too back then. We just had yes, please.
When I was younger, I dabbled in showing people my penis, and I put it next to a Comcast remote for size comparison, and I showed this girl at KFC who was working, by the way. Poor girl. God, if you're watching this, hit me up.
Yeah.
And she like I put my phone. It was a flip phone or whatever. I put it up to her, and I was like, yeah, that's my dick. And it was next to her remote, and I think
That's
she
my
liked it
dick.
because she was like, wow, get the fuck out.
That's my dick. That's my dick. That's my motherfucking dick.
That's my dick.
Now, whenever I first
We
got
should have
Snapchat,
Rob.
I would just pull my nuts out of my pants and then take a picture of my nutsack. And then my girlfriend at the time, I would Snapchat her all the time. Oh, I sat in gum. She's like,
Oh my god.
if my daughter opens my phone and sees your ball sack, I'll never forgive you. I'm like, well, don't let your kids play with your phone. Also, send me a picture of them titties.
That classic. I don't like sending nudes. It's weird.
Let me see what you're working with under there.
The last time I sent a nude, I didn't know what to do, so I smiled like this. I was like,
Yeah, I just show them my sexy face.
do your best sexy face. This is mine.
You want to get this penis?
To be completely honest with you, if you sent me a Snapchat, we're friends on Snapchat, yeah, because I
Yeah.
send you me yelling in my car all the time.
You're like the only person I Snapchat.
That's funny. That makes me feel special, honestly. I mean, dude, good shit.
Yeah, well, it's a thing for young people.
It's crazy, man. If I ever came out there, there'd be so much pent up sexual frustration between the two of us.
Oh, I'd just take you to a whorehouse, like a real gentleman.
I'm not into that shit.
I'd take you to the college campus.
I don't want girls. I want to have a good organic experience playing cards and talking about music. And like, yeah, it's fuck. Let's fuck.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it's impossible, but you better be really nice to me and give me compliments. Buy me dinner.
Oh, are you offering? Because I'm not. I wasn't saying I was trying to fuck you, but if you're offering,
Oh, well, excuse me. I guess I'm just picking up on some vibes there that weren't there.
hey man, yeah, shoot your shot. Shooter's gonna shoot. That's what they all say.
Ooh wee.
I'm looking for something, real. No, I don't want to just like hook up anymore with people. It's kind of old.
Yeah,
Stupid.
you have this all the pussy you could ever want, well, like me, and then and then you turn 30 and you're like, yeah, well. So a perfect example is have you ever heard of the book series by Sir Terry Pratchett called Discworld?
No.
Well, in all the books of the Discworld, there's like this famous explorer. His name is something the Barbarian. He's a barbarian. I can't remember his name, but he's this famous hero. He's like this giant hulking man of a barbarian, and his stories are have been known forever. Well, in one of the books, somebody runs into him on the road, and he's like this crotchety old man. He still has a sword and he still goes on adventures, but he's like 80. And so throughout their adventures, they save this princess, and she's like 20 years old, hot princess. She's like, "Oh, barbarian, you are a legend. Take me now." And he's this old man. He's like, "Man, you cannot travel with us, but I'd take it or leave it." And she's like, "Fuck." And then she just follows them on this adventure because she's like keeps trying to get this old guy to fuck her. But they're at this the campfire. They're getting ready to make food and set up camp. And she's like, "Hey, is there anything I can help you with?" And she like gives him a little winky face. He's like, "Yeah, take this bucket and go fetch me a bucket of water down by the river." You know.
Oh shit.
And so while she's fetching him a bucket of water, the main character's like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like this hot woman wants to fuck you, and you're just treating her like garbage." He's like, "Yeah, I had I had all the damsels in distress. I had a lifetime's worth of them. Now that I'm old, I like them to work for it. You
It's
know,
beautiful.
he wants to make sure that they want it just as much as he wants it.
For the right reasons.
Yeah, and as I get older, I mean, I'm not having ladies go down to a river and fetch me a bucket of water, but stimulate my brain. Let's have a conversation, make me giggle.
So let's go work out. Let's go chill. Let's talk shit. Teach me something about the stock market,
Oh,
politics.
dude,
I don't give a fuck.
if a chick doesn't exercise or work out or do outdoorsy shit, I'm not zero interest, none. I don't care how hot she is.
Yeah. That's it. That's insane because I consider you like a god amongst men.
Well, I'm not saying they have to be 100% like swimsuit model. Be active though. Like, oh, I went out and ran a couple miles tonight, or I went and rode my road bike around town, or I went to a fucking Zumba class or some shit. They're active. You know,
No. All I want is to see somebody that pushes themselves
there
like
you go.
excessively, like I do. Like I want someone takes who can keep me honest about my shit. Like if I'm like, okay, I need to practice drums because I'm gonna go to studio. I want them to be like, so how was practicing drums today, Tom? Sorry, Daddy, because gotta make.
Yeah, as she's on her knees in front of you with her mouth full of your cock.
It's more like this. Oh, it's actually more like this. No, I just want someone to keep me honest and like, you know, make me want to grow instead of just like, man.
Yeah, man.
'Cause
Gotta have some gumption. Gotta have a personality. I'm picky.
gumption's a good word. I'm not too
Gumption.
choosy. I don't have a type anymore. I don't think, bro. It's like, I'm fucking 27,
You
man.
better have some gumption if you want my cum son.
You better have some gumption if you want my cum, son.
You we. Well,
Um,
young man, I think it's about time to wrap this circus up.
all right, just what about our sponsors?
Our sponsors? Oh, fuck, I forgot to find that Shade Stays box. I'll get it one of these times. They've been a
Idiot!
great
You fucking always fucking idiot!
they're a great sponsor though, shadestays.com. They have these little magnet things that pinch on your hat. You put your glasses through them. They hold your glasses on perfectly. I have a pair of them around here. Or you could attach them to like your purse or anything. Your tent. You could have like a shade stays on your tent, so you could like hang your sunglasses on your tent. I don't know, wherever you want, in your shower, on your shower curtain, on your drapes,
That's very solid. I like that.
and then shadestays.com. Keep your glasses on your hat,
But what if you want to
dingus.
go shooting?
Or if you're in the Phoenix area and you want to go get some tactical firearms training out in the desert, swordandmind.com. Advanced tactical firearms training, simplified.
So now I'm gonna do the ceremonious blowing out of the candle. I'm gonna blow the candle.
Oh, I didn't light my candle.
It's okay. It wasn't a vigil today.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna do it a fancy way though. We're gonna put the cap on this session here.
cap it up.
Next time we might have a special guest. Who knows?
Maybe hey, we're gonna have guests sometime. You know, I'm just working out the kinks. Oh yeah, we're this Saturday we're gonna play some Jackbox and I'll probably live stream it. I'm trying to get some of my comedian friends to get in on the game. We're gonna do the joke writing game, and should be a good time.
All right,
So
brother. Well, it was nice. It was nice talking to you.
you too, bud. Keep it sleazy, and if the aliens contact me first because I'm the greatest, I'll tell them to bring you along and give you all their space pussy and drugs.
Space pussy and space drugs, which is just shitty weed that we've inferred. The dirt, it's dirt, and it gets them fucked up. Shadestays.com.
All right, this has been another episode of Life in Your God's Pocket Corona Chronicles brought to you by SlothAu Entertainment. Go to my website, slothau.com. Click on my Patreon. Donate us money so we can get a better podcast studio.
And here goes me.
Bye-bye.